everyone, Ace here, and we are back with my Let's Play of the English campaign of Empire Earth. So, last mission, or last video, was the return of young William, which means that this mission is going to be William the Duke of Normandy. And I'm not gonna lie, this is actually one of my favorite missions in the entire game. So, let's jump in and see why, shall we?
Gawain, the jester, shivered as he emerged from the house in Bayeux. But there was more than a mere chill in the air this evening. A rebellion against his master, William, Duke of Normandy, was brewing, and Gawain knew it would not be long before the conspirators acted. Even with the pledged assistance of King Henry of France, the outcome for William was far from certain. Pulling his cloak tighter, Gawain set off for the town gate, eager to return to his master's side. Hushed voices from a nearby alley stopped him in his tracks. The manner and tone of the conversation, especially at this time of night, seemed anything but innocent. Curiosity piqued, Gawain crept closer to the voices.
Okay, so here's the history. I'm not going to read it the reason I'm not going to read it is to abridge the video as much as possible. But in case you're wondering, go ahead and pause the video and read it yourself. It's not particularly long, so it shouldn't take too much. But here's the hints. Pretty easy, so let's get right to it, shall we?
An enjoyable day I've had here in Bayeux. But it is time I return to Master William. But wait, what are these harsh voices I hear?
And gather the men as quickly as possible. We must strike while William remains in Vallon.
It shall be done. William will not live to see the light of morning.
It is the plot against my master that we feared. I must reach Vallon before the assassins.
Okay. Now, those who are familiar with the those who are familiar with one of the videos I did a few weeks back, called Empire Earth. I think it was Empire Earth Epic Voice Acting. What is that terrible sound? Those who have seen that video will know that it's from this particular level. Those who have, and the reason is, of course, the game has some amazing voice acting. Now, before we go on to that, I think I'm going to actually invest some points into Cavalry Spear in this particular mission. So, armor and attack. But anyways.
Are you not the court fool, William? Beware traveling at this late hour, for the roads can be quite treacherous.
Yeah, for those who haven't seen that video, well, prepare for more of that.
Of course.
You there! Where are you going at this time of night?
My Lord William is in danger. I go to Vallon to warn him.
Is that so? Well, I fear you shall not make it, fool. For we are here to ensure no one interferes with the plan.
Okay, so let's run back here, see what happens. Because these guards here should help.
Attack this court leveler. Come, let us help.
I love how they're trying to pass this off as some French accents, but everyone can tell that that's not actually a French accent. Well, that's in it. That's a parody, mostly, of a French accent there. But the best is coming up still.
Of course. What is that terrible sound? It seems to come from the north. Perhaps I ought to investigate.
Yes, let's go investigate by ourselves in the middle of the night a terrible sound. That can go well.
Ah, it was the sound of a wolf slaughtering a goat. But look, is that a chest I see? A chest indeed, dropped no doubt by an inattentive traveler. And look inside, a shiny sword and cloth to bandage my wounds.
I've yet to find a person. I've shown that video I recorded of this particular mission, the epic voice acting, that hasn't burst out laughing at the voice acting, the writing, and just the line delivery in general. It's amazing.
Of course.
So Gole does have a weakness to spears, it seems. So it's a good thing we took out the spear guy first.
Alone lies just ahead.
Of course.
Alright, so let's go see the city of Valon, shall we?
I recognize you as William's fool. Be gone. No one associated with William may enter or exit the city.
Okay.
Of course.
Should be easy enough to deal with. Let's get a disguise.
Please, kind sir. My name is Gole, servant of Lord William. I have urgent need to enter Valon, but the guards are in the employ of my master's enemies. Might you have clothes with which I can disguise myself?
That I do. Glad I am to help one of William's attendants. Come into my farmhouse and I shall give you a disguise.
Okay.
Thank you, kind sir. In this guise, I shall bluff my way into the city.
Yes? Okay. Right away.
So let's walk up to these guards and see what happens, shall we?
What is your business in the city, peasant?
My father is gravely ill, and I have traveled a long distance to see him. I beg you, let me pass.
Very well, you may enter.
Alright, so we're in. Now, to go find William, which is in this house. Why a noble is in a ordinary house like that, I'm not sure, but okay, we'll roll with it, shall we?
Arise, William! Assassins come for you as I speak. We must escape this city with all speed.
So, still there are those who do not accept that I am Duke. I owe you my life, Gole. We will flee to Falaise, but first we must look for a way to leave Valon in secret.
Now that I have reached William, I have no further need of these peasant trappings.
Okay, two things. First of all, Gole's a bit of a jerk there. And secondly, maybe it's just me, but the voice actor for William also, it sounds like they got Cartman from South Park to do his best French accent and had him voice William. So, there are still those, who do not accept that I am Duke. Maybe it's just me, but that's what it sounds like to me, anyways. Okay, so let's see what more bonuses we can give. And, by the way, can't actually get cavalry spear any more things for them yet, but I will once a little bit further on in the mission. Anyways, so back to what I was saying. This mission is pretty heavily quest-based, but the thing with the cavalry spear, they don't actually transfer over, I don't think, to the Waterloo, to the Napoleonic era missions, which is unfortunate. It doesn't make that much sense when you think about it, because they did, in the Napoleonic era, have lancers and stuff like that. So they still had spear cavalry, so why they not... Okay, so we'll have William here actually not... Ooh, this could be bad. Gole, what are you doing? Okay, so we got these guys beat, which is good. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So... But yeah, the game doesn't act... but cavalry spear does not transfer over particularly well later on in the campaign, which is unfortunate. But we do have a tough fight up ahead.
A small country church. Let me go inside and pray for our safe journey.
Like I was saying, we do have a tough fight ahead, so it made... So I decided, since we're going to get...
Put my mind at ease. God shall keep us safe.
Since we're going to get tons of spear
A band of
cavalry...
riders approaches. We must take cover. Perhaps that clump of bushes across the road will suffice.
Sorry, but anyways, back to what I was saying. Since we get tons of spear cavalry later on, it makes, or in this mission, it makes sense to invest points in them since they're going to be a tough fight ahead of us.
I feel sure those were the assassins on their way to Valon, but I believe we have evaded them.
Okay, so far so good. This mission's actually one of the shorter ones I've noticed too. It takes something like 20 minutes or so to complete. It's not a particularly long mission, but it is a really cool mission. I do really like it. Okay, so let's keep going forward.
Of course.
Ah, here we go.
Lord William,
Of course.
allow me to offer whatever assistance you need. I will accompany you myself, my lord, well, I'm not so old. But my sons will see you safely to Falaise. Of that you have my assurance. For they are the greatest knights in Normandy.
Okay, so let's ride through these hills
It is
here.
an ambush. Forward. We shall attempt to ride through.
That works. Well, we've gotten through the ambush, which had a few archers.
Bandits lie ahead, my lord, and I fear they are too numerous for us. I see but one option. My brothers and I shall engage them in battle, while you and your servant sneak through the fray. This is likely the last time we shall speak, so I bid you Godspeed to Falaise. It has been our honor to serve you. Of course.
There is, however, another path, and that is quite simple. Let's ride around them. This way. Come on. And if we're quick, we can actually make it into the castle quite safely. There we go. And just like that, we made it, and got to keep the 3 knights, which is pretty useful. There'll be 3 more knights to help us in the upcoming fight, which is good.
William, thank God you are alive. Now that you are safely in Falaise, we can continue the fight against the rebels.
Despite King Henry's pledge of support, the rebels currently hold the upper hand. We need additional men. Let us ride to the outlying towns and muster whatever support we can from those loyal to the rightful Duke.
Sir, the rebel army is growing stronger by the day. If we do not act shortly, I fear it will be too late.
Okay, so we'll get a few more knights and pikemen from the looks of it, which is good. And I think we got more points, which means we can invest in more stuff. So let's invest in more cavalry spear upgrades. And this time, yeah, let's go with hit points. So now they have more health, they're harder to damage, and they hit harder. So that should be pretty impressive, I think. Unfortunately, we can't give them any more attribute boosts, which is unfortunate, but... Or, obviously, it's so unfortunate, but anyways. But with the civ bonuses, we should be able to make up for that, I think. So let's head over to this village over here.
Good meal. I am William, true Duke of Normandy. I have come in person to enlist your help in defeating the rebels.
You claim the title of Duke, yet I see no reason to aid an unproven leader. If you can defeat my champion in combat, I shall offer my allegiance.
There, battle cry, which will mean his health is going to go down a lot quicker than mine.
You are indeed a leader worthy of our support. Let us take up arms to support William, true Duke of Normandy. I give to you the contents of our armory as well. These bows and swords are of the highest quality and shall help your men fare better in battle.
Alright, so far so good. Okay, so let's head over here. They're actually starting to get a decent little army going together.
Death to the heathens. With my
We
honor.
have heard of William's plight, and we're on our way to pledge our support. It appears you have found us first.
Yes, my lord.
Good, we got even more troops.
Death to the heathens. Swordsmen, forward.
And thanks to the sheer amount of knights we've got,
Forward.
should make the fight a lot more easier.
Pikemen, forward. Attack with sharpened steel.
The rebel army is encamped just north of here.
Swordsmen,
We are not yet strong enough to defeat them.
Death
We
to the
must
heathens.
turn back, lest we be slaughtered.
with my honor.
Well, the good news is you can still get more troops, but even when we do get the more troops, it's going to be a bit of a tricky fight, especially if you don't do it right. So let's go up here.
Swordsmen, forward. On honor and glory. With my honor.
I bring greetings and an urgent request from William, rightful Duke of Normandy. He asked that you assist in putting down a heinous rebellion.
At your service.
We will come
Death
to
the
Lord
heathens.
William's aid.
Attack with
To
sharpened
arms, men!
We are now prepared to meet the rebel army. Let us proceed to Valley, where King
Excuse me.
Henry has agreed to meet us.
swordsmen, forward.
Okay, so we've got our army together.
For the throne.
See how many guys we actually have. That might be useful. Looks like we got about 40 troops in all.
Swordsmen, forward.
Maybe a little less, but pretty good.
Throne.
I know the pop cap says 51, but usually, usually cavalry count as 2 in the pop cap, so that has an impact and tends to make it look larger than the amount of troops that you actually have.
To the heathens.
That's also part of the game's. Well, that's also part of the strategy of the game here.
Steel.
William, as promised, my men and I are here to assist in your fight against the conspirators.
Okay.
The rebels approach. Ready yourselves, men, but stay your attack until I give the word.
Problem is going to be the archers. I think is going to pretty much massacre the French king's armies.
Hold, William! You have demonstrated to me that you are to be taken seriously. I therefore pledge my fealty and my forces to you.
So I think I'm going to go ahead and hit them in the right, along with well, the French king's forces as well. That should
When I have
hopefully
slain
help.
Guy of Burgundy, his rebel army will surely falter.
Okay, so time for some mad micro if possible.
For the throne.
The time has come,
With
men.
all my heart.
Charge!
For the throne.
Let's go into the fight over here.
With all my heart. Under attack.
What? Where's? Does seem to be working. Okay, so we seem to have crushed the French. Good. Or not the French, but the rebels. That's good.
Sir Guy has been slain. The battle is won.
You
Awesome.
have conducted yourself well on this day, William. I hereby bestow upon you the title of knight. From this day forth, let none doubt that you are the true Duke of Normandy.
Okay. So that should be about it. Let's see what kind of points we've got to play with. Quite a bit, which is good. probably invest in some cavalry ranged, actually, for the next mission. So, range and attack. Yeah, that looks good. There we are. That was actually surprisingly easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yes, my lord.
Alright, well, let's see how we did. Well, look at that. No wonder. A good chunk of their knights didn't even bother fighting us. Okay. Wow, we did pretty bad on the military, apparently. But I wonder why. But anyways. Rebels did top on military? Okay. Okay, fine. Let's see why. So we killed 53 compared to their 18. And we only lost 25 to their 63. But for some reason, we lost 106 buildings, while Normandy lost 512, and the army size 45. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Excuse me. So hero count 5, citizen count 3, research count. Okay. Alright, so this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Ace out.